You're welcome to the BSS News and Reports. I am Sholafumi Oguntuashe. First, the main points. Churches witnessed large crowd in Ado for last Sunday in 2023. Governor Oyebanji promises residents of better days in 2024. President Tinubu plans to restore peace in Southeast. New Zealand becomes first country to usher in New Year. The news in details. Today is the last day in the year 2023. Many churches in Ado-Ekiti visited by our team of reporters were fitted to capacity for end of the year service. Songs of worship rendered the air as Christians danced to the altar to give offerings and to thank God for witnessing the last day of the year. Churches are expected also to be filled to the brim in the evening for crossover service. And churches across the world, including Nigeria, will hold crossover services tonight to mark the end of the year and the beginning of a new year. The service, which usually ends at midnight or dawn in many churches, often attracts huge worshippers. In Ekiti, most residents are looking forward to the new year with expectation. A cross-section of people interviewed told the BSCS crew that they were prepared for the crossover. In the meantime, as the year 2023 winds down, Government House reporter Toba Babalola takes a look at some achievements recorded by Oyebanji administration during the course of the year. The report.
Governor Biodun Oyebanji began year 2023 with a pledge to sustain the shared prosperity vision of his administration towards the socio-economic development of the state. He promised regular payment of workers' salaries, reductions, backlog of areas, with approval of car and house loans.
This event is my first opportunity to address the entire workforce of the state. Let me assure you that our administration will continue to fulfill its obligations to workers. We are not going to remain on our promises as short in our movement into prosperity.
In tandem with his desire to reduce poverty among the people of the state, Governor Oyebanji through the office of the Senior Special Assistant Governor's Office, Mrs. Sholabi, brought smiles to many faces who wrote letters of assistance on medical bills, teaching, business upgrades, among others.
Even I don't know about I can see all those stuff. I do not pay anything, I don't pay anything, I do not collect anything from my account.
To strengthen his cabinet, Governor Oyebanji approved more appointments of commissioners, special assistants, and advisors. Road infrastructure was one of the key steps taken in 2023 by Governor Oyebanji. There were rehabilitations of Ogunshejana Ajibandele Road with finalization of line drains, township roads within Ado and Ikere metropolis, flag off of intra-city roads, which included Ikere-Igbaraodo Road, Ikere-Imre Road, Isigbode Ara, Ikoli roads, to mention a few.
A great job. We people of Ajibandele from here to Ogunshejana, we want to thank God for this government.
Àǹfààní gidigidi iṣẹ́ gidigidi lè bá ẹ̀ ṣe ẹ̀jọ́ mi gbé alẹ́ lọ́bí Ìṣẹ̀dánù.
Project will go to these people economically and socially, and I hope that we are going to have more resources to do more across the state, not in Ado-Ekiti alone.
27 years after the creation of Ekiti State, the first of the ring road project was flagged off by Governor Biodun Oyebanji. The 17.85-kilometer route from Iwuko-Ekiti traverses through Arare, Afao, Ararebo, Ekiti Cargo Airport, and will terminate at Asobayegile, Ekiti Road. Electricity had been a major challenge in most parts of the state, and in year 2023 alone, many communities were reconnected to the national grid. Examples of such communities were Erigino in Kongosi, in Ekameta LCDA, Ekiti East and Green in government areas, as well as Ayekiri LCDA. Pensioners in both state and local governments had it so good in the year, with the timely payment of their pensions, while the government also began to defray their gratuities. Sequel to first subsidy removal and its economic impacts on citizens, Governor Oyèbánjí introduced a free transport system for students and civil servants, presented cash support to about 10,000 citizens from the informal sector, and as well began the payment of 6 months palliative awards to both civil servants and pensioners. Registered cooperative societies were not left out, as Governor Oyèbánjí, during a special interface with them, promised to splash the sum of 1 billion naira on them in January 2024. In addition, the governor in 2023 presented checks worth billions of naira to different farmers' cooperative societies in the state. The special interest of the governor on the 3 special schools at Ikere, Ido and Ikore-Ekiti were also evident, with upgrades of infrastructural facilities. This is a synopsis from the avalanche of programs of the governor in year 2023, as he assured Ekiti people of more dividends of democracy in year 2024. Toba Babangla reporting.
The former Deputy Speaker of Ekiti State House of Assembly and a member representing Irek-Bodun Ifelodun Constituency 2, Mr. Akim Jamiu, has distributed gifts to residents of the communities in the 2 constituencies of the council area in the spirit of the season. The empowerment, which was designed for the widows, the aged, the vulnerable, and APC members, was witnessed by political leaders and guests, took place at Iworoko, Ekiti. Bukola Adebukola has more. Details of that will be brought to you in subsequent bulletin. The Ekiti State Government has expressed its resolve to continue to give hope to the less privileged in the society. The Special Advisor to the Governor on Special Education and Social Inclusion, Princess Adetun Agbola, gave the assurance at the graduation of 30 persons with disabilities. The event was held at the Office of the Disability Affairs Skill Acquisition Center at Ilokun Ado Ekiti. The report. Details of our report will also be brought to you in subsequent bulletin. The chairman of Irede Local Council Development Area with headquarters at Ikoti Ekiti, Mr. Olugbenga Abobade, has inaugurated a series of projects embarked upon by his administration. The projects included lock-up stores, a bridge linking the communities, and solar-powered motorized boreholes across communities in the area. BSC's reporter Ademola Adeleke has the details. We apologize. The initiator of the Aged Care Heart Foundation, a non-government organization, Elder Eson Ogunleye, has urged government at all levels to establish a law that would promote the well-being of the elderly in the society. He made the plea at the 15th anniversary of the organization during the outreach for the aged at Ilupeju Ekiti, Ifelodun Local Council Development Area. Tosin Olowo is here with the details.
The yearly event, which usually brings together elderly people to wine and dine with themselves and celebrate the season, had in attendance royal fathers and leaders in the community. The leader of the group, Elder Oguleye, said the event was a way of giving back to the people and community that made him. He said most elders become vulnerable at old age due to abandonment.
We try to take care of those old people because they are very lonely. Our trustees go around those homes to ask after their welfare. Sometimes we find them sick, we take them to hospital, we give them medicaments. If it requires admission in hospital, we go and deposit them in hospital.
According to him, stipends were provided to ameliorate their suffering and also provide them with good health care.
We are grateful to a lot of our people who have witnessed this over the years, and they are coming around to assist us. We we intend to increase the monthly stipend from year 2024 January. Over 40 of them have been brought into this compound, and majority of them are coming out for the first time this year.
Some guests at the event, including Professor Tunde Adeniran, former Minister of the Federal Republic, and the Chairman Ifeloju Local Council Development, Mr. Babatunde Ogunmiluba, thanked Elder Ogunleye for his sacrifice and commitment to the elderly. They called on the well-to-do individuals in the community to follow suit.
For the elderly, the vulnerable, people who do not have enough people to look after them, then you know that indeed we have not lost our humanity, that we still value the human personality.
And that has been an annual event. In fact, there are some of these ages that we have forgotten that we thought they are no more. But you feed them out because he provide a vehicle to go and convey them to this venue, give them clothes, celebrate with them.
Some of the beneficiaries thanked Elder Ogunleye for the gesture. Health personnel were also on ground to attend to the health needs of the elders. Tosi Olowo reporting.
This is the broadcasting service of Ekiti State.
You've done so much for me, I cannot tell it all.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and the governing council and staff of Venite University in Loro Ekiti, Ekiti State, send you our warmest wishes. The gift of love, the gift of peace, the gift of happiness, may all this be yours this Christmas. Venite University in Loro is your ideal 21st century citadel of learning for the real future leaders. From all of us, we say, may your Christmas sparkle with joy and the coming year overflow with success. Merry Christmas from Venite University.
Welcome back. For news, information, or comments, send to bscsnewsroom@gmail.com. President Bola Tinubu says that he will do the needful to restore peace in Southeast region, which he noted had weathered too many storms. Tinubu expressed federal government's concern over the extensive economic devastation inflicted on the region by non-state actors. On the foreign scene, Ukraine has come under attack by Russian airstrikes again. Report says that most of the attacks were concentrated in the east of the country and explosions were also carried out elsewhere. Moscow said that it was retaliating against Ukrainian strikes on the Russian border city, which killed about 24 people. Still on foreign news, a U.S. warship has shot down 2 missiles fired from Yemen after responding to a call for aid from a container ship that had been struck in the Red Sea. The anti-ship missiles were fired from Houthi-controlled areas as the destroyers gravely responded. The Houthis have been attacking ships on the Red Sea since November. In the meantime, a federal appeals court in the United States has cleared the way for a law passed by the state of California that bans carrying guns in most public spaces. The law is set to take effect in the beginning of next year. The measure, which will take effect tomorrow after being signed into law in September, was enacted after a landmark ruling in June 2022 by the conservative majority U.S. Supreme Court that expanded gun rights nationwide. In another development, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says that the border zone between the Gaza Strip and Egypt should be under his control. Netanyahu said that the war in Gaza would continue for many more months. Israel's relentless bombing and ground offensive on Gaza since October 7 has killed about 21,672 people, most of them women and children, with thousands of others buried under the rubble. The Israeli government has approved the appointment of a new foreign minister to replace Eli Cohen. The reshuffle comes more than 2 months after war broke out between Israel and the Gaza Strip's Hamas ruler, triggered by the militant unprecedented attack on southern Israel on October 7. North Korea says that it will launch 3 more military spy satellites, build military drones, and boost its nuclear arsenal in 2024. Pyongyang will put a spy satellite into orbit in November at its 3rd attempt, and this month. The task of launching 3 additional satellites in 2024 was described by President Kim Jong-un as a step in the right direction. Finally, on foreign news, New Zealand has become the first country to usher in New Year with fireworks. Citizens said that the New Year beckoned for joyous festivities and provided an opportunity to connect with loved ones. To end the BSCS News and Reports, here again are the main points. We told you that today is the last day in the year 2023. Many churches in Ado-Ekiti were filled to capacity for the end of the year service. You heard that Governor Biodun Oyèbánjí has promised residents of better days in 2024. It was in the bulletin that President Bola Tinubu has pledged to restore peace in Southeast. Finally, New Zealand has become the first country in the world to usher in the new year. A message for you: set your priorities right, embrace new beginning. That's the BSCS News and Reports as put together by the production team and edited by Abiodun Omodara. I am Shola Fumi Oguntuashe. Happy New Year in advance.